Alright, here we go. Two players in the queue. Let's go, baby. Started a little bit later than I expected. Kind of feeling under the weather, though, so maybe it's for the best. A little bit more time to rest and recoup. Do 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 do. 5 of 8. Getting there, getting there. Hoping to open something sweet. Foil Liliana the Veil, I wouldn't say no to. Foils online, though, don't really matter that much. So just a regular Liliana the Veil, then. Alright, then. Sever the Bloodline's pretty decent. There's also Pyroclasm, Vampire Nighthawk, Augur Spree. None of the rest of these cards are really that interesting. I do kind of like Pyroclasm. Does a lot in this format, but Sever the Bloodline seems pretty solid. It's just really good removal. And, yeah, I think that's what we're going to go with. Rare draft all the way. Not really what we're looking to open. This isn't really one of the best rares. It's not worth any money, and it's not bonkers by any means. This is just a really weak pack overall, too, besides the removal. Unfortunately, everything that's good is in red and black, so I'm probably sending the wrong signal to people, but I can't just like take like a sensor splicer or something like this and right, I mean, he's just not on the power level, so good removal card. The flashback's relevant. I really like removal. Broodmate Dragon, huh? That's the rare. What was the uncommon that got taken? Something in white, probably, if it beats out Broodmate Dragon. This card is good. 4/4 flyers are hard to beat in this format. Puts us into Jund. We're already kind of black, and none of these other cards are really that exciting, though, I guess is the issue. Right, there isn't even a Signet if I wanted to do something that kind of kept me open. Yeah. Nothing really here. I mean, I like Is It Charm, but it's just as 3 colors as this is. Let's Jund it up. I guess I could take Ground Assault. It's kind of the same problem, though. Soul Manipulation isn't bad. Zur the Enchanter. You're not very good in this format. Thundersong Trumpeter, Urban Evolution. Also not very good. Not with my colors. Denrova Horror is a pretty sweet card. Grizzly Spectacle is just Grizzly Spectacle, though, so I kind of like that idea. Just another solid removal card over this guy. I like drafting removal earlier on. This also means I could just be black-blue. I don't necessarily need to be Jund. There is a Sidraxis Spectre. That guy's pretty solid. There's also just some fixing. Rakdos Guildgate being the most relevant of them. I kind of feel like taking the fixing earlier on. I don't even know if I'm Jund, though, yet at this point. I guess we're black-red either way. I'm going to grab the Sidraxis Spectre here. If this was like a tri-land, maybe I'd consider the fixing. Certainly if it was a Signet, I'd consider it, but let's grab another multicolored card. Get greedy. Sort by converted mana cost. Start caring about that a little bit more. So nothing bonkers so far. Broodmate Dragon's really good. We have some good removal. We're black going in one direction or another. More fixing, the better, given our start here. Probably the person next to us is in white. And we're putting the guy next to us into like black-red of some sort, probably, so. Another Sidraxis Spectre, you don't say. And again, not really much in the way of fixing. I guess we double down on the Sidraxis Spectre idea. Pilf Plans is here and it's easier to splash. Ooh. Boros Guildgate, not really a relevant Guildgate given what we started. Yeah, I'm still not sure if the other guy next to us is white or green. Those are usually the big colors for a guy who takes an uncommon over a rare. And Broodmate Dragon was a decent rare, so. It is 3 colors, though, so I understand. But we're expecting him to have, like, Lingering Souls or something. Below, maybe he's green. Core Hookmaster's not something people usually pass all that often. What do we have here? Spike Jester, Pit Keeper. Ghostly Flicker. I don't really want Aether Toe. I've already got removal that's good. I don't want removal that's not that good. I think it's either Pit Keeper or Spike Jester at this point. And we're looking to be kind of a more slower, control-y deck, not a Spike Jester deck, so... I mean, I guess Kraken Hatchling, there's something to be said for that, and Ghostly Flicker, but I'll just grab a 2-drop here. I'd rather just have my 2-drops. Serum Visions, Seagate Oracle, Dregscape Zombie. Well, Serum Visions is worth money. A little bit. Is that enough to take it over Seagate Oracle? I think in this format it's solid as well, so... Seagate Oracle maybe is the better choice, given that I have Pit Keeper and some other stuff going on. I'm just going to take the Visions. This is a couple extra dollars, pushes me in one direction here. Well, there's a Golgari Guildgate, and that'll help fix me. There's also a Signet here, which I guess would help me splash the Broodmate Dragon if I ended up going like... If I'm like blue-black here, right? Kind of splashing a little red for Sidraxis Spectre and Broodmate Dragon. Do I prefer that over the Golgari Guildgate? I could just take Augur Spree. It's good removal. It's probably the better idea. This fixing is not really that impressive for me. Is it Guildgate? Dinrova Horror? Let's sort this again. Yeah, let's start getting some fixing of some sort. I'm not gonna go on this guy. I mean, he's good, but he's not really good enough. Huh, Is It Charm makes it around. Well, we could just be Grixis. Seems like a plan. This Broodmate Dragon is a little bit more... Like, I don't have the fixing for this guy at this point, so... Sure. More removal. Why not? Molten Rain, Spell Pierce. I kind of like something that's a little bit easier to cast, I suppose. Let's take the Spell Pierce. And another 2-drop, just because we need 2-drops. And at this point, I'm going to take a Kraken Hatchling, because this deck is looking to struggle to get the lands that it wants. Is it Guildgate is my only fixing here? Ugh. So we're like blue-black splashing red right now, which isn't that bad. We don't really have a great win condition at the moment. We just have a lot of removal. And then Sidraxis Spectres off the splash to beat them down. Maybe this guy gets back in, considering that. And then we find a way to splash green. Still want something to finish off the game. 4/4 flyers will do that. We don't really have the fixing or a ramp for this 4-color good stuff plan, though. Is it Guildgate being the only one is not that impressive. Wart the Raid Mother. Alright. Savage Lands is great fixing. There's an Agony Warp as well to support just blue-black. I think we're more blue than the green at this point, so Savage Lands is kind of like just a Guildgate to us right now. I really want to take Agony Warp here. Carnage Gladiator is also really solid, but it's not really what I'm looking to do with this deck. I could just take an Agony Warp here. Be blue-black splashing red again, basically. Savage Lands is decent fixing, though. How much do I care about the fixing? I might even just be dropping the Broodmate Dragon. Wow, am I really taking an Agony Warp over Savage Lands here, though? It's also just Chandra's Outrage. Just more removal. Could just take that. I think I'm more solidly blue-black. And the red, double red, is just going to be a little bit harder for me to get here. Augur of Bolas seems solid, given where we're at right now. Tower Gargoyle is a great guy. Torrent of Souls. I could always pitch my Broodmate Dragon, bring it back. I do just want 2-drops, though, so I don't straight up die here. Still worried about that. There's a Gruul Guildgate, which helps us splash for the Broodmate Dragon. Simic Guildgate does kind of the same thing. Do I just need to be taking fixing here? Hope the Augur wheels. It's probably not even that crazy in my deck, given that I'm doing some Pit Keeper nonsense here. Yeah, so let's take the Simic Guildgate. Because I know I'm pretty much blue, and the red is just going to be, like, I don't want to be the red-green thing here. Golgari Guildgate, Rakdos Signet. Rakdos Signet seems really nice here. Cower in Fear is good. Yeah, lots of good fixing here. Can't do Bronzebeak Moe, which might be the strongest card here, but I'll take a Signet. I think we're definitely a Signet deck. Augur Spree. There's a Compulsive Research, which is pretty solid. I think we've got enough black and red, though, to just take the solid removal. Compulsive Research is really good, though. And maybe we just instead play something like Forbidden Alchemy as our whatever. Hopefully this Electromancer wheels. We could be like just a Grixis control type thing. Let's take more removal. Golgari Germination. There's a Ground Assault. Seems a little tricky for us to cast, since we're not really solidly green-red. It's more removal. Golgari Germination, probably not what we're looking to do with this deck. We're more of a control deck. Selesnya Signet is just the wrong colors entirely. Let's try the Ground Assault here. More removal. Sprouting Thrynax. Ooh. Well, there's a Golgari Signet as well. And we're really hard up for fixing, though. Golgari Signet solves a lot of our problems here. But Sprouting Thrynax is just so good. It's part of the reason we'd want to splash in the first place. Yeah, let's just get greedy. As greedy as we can be. Super greed. Super duper greed. Crumbling Necropolis. Well, I think we have to take you over Augur Spree here. I already have 2 Augur Sprees, and I'm really, really desperate for fixing at this point. Gaia's Anthem is really strong as well. But we need tri-lands like this at this point. We need ways of actually casting our spells. This Spell Pierce is looking less good. I'm probably not super fond of Kraken Hatchling. I think the rest of this is okay. These Pit Keepers are just 2/1s at this point. They're really not getting a whole lot of value. It's unlikely we're bringing back Sprouting Thrynaxes or Broodmate Dragons to our hand. But who knows? Wall of Frost. Is it Guildgate? There's a Mortician Beetle. Double blue's already going to be a little bit tricky, I think, for me. I kind of just want to take more fixing. I think more fixing's in order. Like, I'm not even super sold on the wall, so... More fixing, please. More signets, more fixing. Savage Lands. Well, ask and ye shall receive. We're giving up this Chandra's Outrage again. But I've already got a lot of removal, it feels like. Grasp of Phantom, Sever the Bloodline, Grizzly Spectre, the Augur Sprees, Agony Warp, Izzet Charm. I really just need to be able to cast my spells. I feel like the deck's power level's kind of getting there. If I'm including this Broodmate Dragon and the Sprouting Thrynax, like, I've got 3 power, 4 power flyers are going to close out the game. I really just need to be able to cast them, and then... Right, if I don't want to be in the situation where the guy has creatures, I have removal, I can't cast the removal, I can't do anything, I just die. Seems like a bad spot to be in. Torrent of Souls? Are we Torrent of Souls? I guess we're none of the other stuff. So, sure. Let's think about whether or not that goes into the deck. None of the other cards are useful to us. Augur of Bolas, Cower in Fear. So we have options here. There's also a Denrova Horror, which is making it around pretty late. I think that card's pretty good. This Bronzebeak Moe really shouldn't be in here. I'm going to take the 2-drop, because again, I'm a little bit worried of just dying. Goblin Electromancer makes it around. I think we'll take that. Kind of fits with what we're doing. We just kind of are threat light. We've got these multicolor cards and just a bunch of removal. This Electromancer is pretty good. Another Kraken Hatchling for the really aggressive matchups. I don't think we can do Golgari Germination. We're not really the sack deck. Sure. I might run that. Probably not. I'd probably just be running it for the blue and a red. Get us a Draxus Spectre through. Yeah, not caring about this either. Alright, there's another Broodmate Dragon. That's pretty solid. Soul Manipulation, Agony Warp. There's a Falconwrath Noble. Ooh. That card is good. I think I have enough to do another Broodmate Dragon. Am I really getting that greedy, though? That's pretty greedy. If I get this other Broodmate Dragon, though, I could probably just, like, the rest of my picks are as much removal and low drop creatures as I can. Yeah, sure. Let's take a Broodmate Dragon here. Scalding Tarn, what are you doing in the pack? You're actually relevant fixing for us as well, and we're kind of hard up for fixing. But why are you in the pack? Why would somebody pass you? You're worth money. You're worth money. You're worth money, baby. You're not. You don't belong here. Yeah. So this is a snap pick. What are we passing? Is any of this gonna wheel? Magma Jet, Thunderous Wrath, Skursdag Cultist, Forbidden Alchemy. We're hoping something here makes it, but so some red cards. Yeah, either way, we're taking this. It's fixing. We care about fixing right now. Oh, but this is not good. None of this is what we want. I think we take Seagate Oracle. It's probably the best card here. Flicker Wisp is not something I like to pass, but Seagate Oracle's he's a guy on the dude. Ground, block, does stuff, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm talking about, right? He's a dude. He's a dude. Get in our deck, dude. Living the dream. Living the dream. 4-color good stuff, sort of. Not really. Summoning Trap? Summoning Trap. Wow. I don't think that card's worth any money. Am I just taking Grizzly Spectacle here? Magma Jet is also a thought. Vital Splicer? Maybe Vital Splicer. I kind of just want to take more removal. I guess it's a question of Magma Jet or Grizzly Spectacle at this point. How much black do we have? A good amount of black. Let's take the Spectacle. We're pretty red too, though. Which of these is going to be easier to cast? They're both going to be easy to cast. I'm going to take the Magma Jet, actually. The Scry could be relevant. I want something to interact a little bit earlier as well. Augur Spree. Do I want another Augur Spree? There's also Guild Gates that could really help me out here because I'm 4 colors. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like we just need more. We need more fixing, first and foremost. Sort by color. I am blue-black primarily. I think we take this Dimir Guildgate. Yeah, I don't like passing that Augur Spree, but now it's Rakdos Guildgate. There's a Mystical Teachings here, though. Ooh, Mystical Teachings. One of you in my deck to go fetch my removal would not be horrible. Oh, but it's a Rakdos Guildgate. It's relevant. It's relevant fixing for our craziness. I'm going to take the Guildgate. I feel like we already win in a later game. And now it's Dimir Guildgate or Rakdos Guildgate. Those are my choices. Black, blue, red. I have the Izzet Guildgates already. Green is going to be the kind of tricky thing here, isn't it? Getting the green for these other dudes. Let's grab a Rakdos this time. I don't know if that's correct. I'm looking at these colors trying to figure out which of them I care about more. The blue-black is pretty important, though. So, options. Corpse Connoisseur. So I guess actually not a lot of options. Yeah, Corpse Connoisseur, and we might not even really that happy playing him. I guess we could throw him in with like Torrent of Souls, and then we got a stew. We got a stew, baby. Savage Lands. Yes, sir. Thank you. Soul Manipulation's a thought. Not a long one. We need the fixing. We need the fixing, baby. Man, one Signet, though. This deck could have some rough times. This deck could have some rough times, let me tell you. Explore? I guess. Am I ever playing that? Am I ever playing Explore? I don't have the green to really play it, do I? I do want to ramp into stuff. I'm not going to play any of these others. Maybe if I find, I don't know, more green fixing. No, I'm not going to find more green fixing. Why'd I pick Explore? Oh, the questions I ask myself. Well, this is kind of our deck right now. A bunch of Guild Gates. Some Savage Lands, Crumbling Necropolis. We're like 4-color good stuff, just without any sort of ramp to help us get there. I think the Goblin Electromancer is relevant enough. There's another one. I don't want to take Shimmering Grotto, though. Card is just not good. This card is just not good. I've also got really heavy color requirements, so a lot of times it's just going to set me back. Let's take another 2-drop. I guess we take another 2-drop. Sure, why not? And Enrova Horror, because we're greedy and just the other card doesn't do anything for us. Deputy of Acquittals, well, you're foil, so hey, why not? I'll take a foil guy. Just for the kicks. He's also just a better card. Okay, so, well, money-wise, we drafted a Scalding Tarn. I'm not sure how that came to a second pick. Ooh, this might even be relevant. I might even want to play you. Alright, I'm going to cut the video here, and then we'll look at deck construction in the next one, I think.